Hello everyone, for this video we'd like to talk about finite element analysis. And first of all, let us introduce ourselves as Little Math Gnome. And please guys, introduce yourself first.
Hello everyone, my name is Muhammad Rahimita Abista from numerical method 02 class and my student ID is 190630798
Hello folks, my name is Muhammad Fadli from Numerical Method Class 02 and my student number is 19063833305.
Hello everyone, my name is Monica Wibowo and my student number is 19063036880.
And my name is Swasti Audrey with student number 1906306634. First, we'd like to talk about the problem that we're gonna solve in this video. This is the problem. The problem is the member of the truss shown in the accompanying figure have a cross-sectional area of 10 centimeter square and are made of steel E equals to 200 gigapascal. Using hand calculation, determine the deflection of each joint and the stress in each member and the reaction forces. Verify your result, and that is the figure of the problem.
Okay, so the next step we're gonna decide the thinking method for the problem that we're gonna use. Okay, so to make it easier, I will explain it using a flowchart. So we have like 4 flowchart in here. The first flowchart stated that first one we're gonna start with the input parameter and geometry. It has the A figure, the E figure, the F figure, the L figure, and the angle itself. Then we're gonna look for the stiffness matrices and its error, and then we're gonna change the stiffness matrices into the local stiffness matrices, and then we're gonna add all of the local stiffness matrices so it became a global stiffness matrices. And then we're gonna apply the boundary condition. Then we're gonna look for the displacement using a Gauss-Jordan method. Then we will have the displacement as the output. Then the flowchart is come to an end. And then the second flowchart is the first one we're gonna input the angle first. Then we're gonna finish the stiffness matrices. Then we're gonna look for the error. And then that's it for the second flowchart. The third flowchart, the first one you're gonna input the stiffness matrices, the point connected between the trusses, and then the end figure. Then we're gonna apply the initial zero matrices. Then we're gonna transform stiffness matrices into a global stiffness matrices. And then that's all for the third one. And then the last one, we're gonna input the G initial, the X, and the N figure. And we're gonna finish using the Gauss-Jordan method with those formula. And then we're gonna eliminate the float error. And then that's all for the fourth flowchart. Then we're gonna straight into the main code. So here is the main code. For the trusses, we have the parameter, the G figure, the N figure, the X figure, and then we have the integer, etc., etc. And we will have Gauss-Jordan formula to solve the displacement itself. And then we will implement the boundary condition and we will create the global matrices. And then that's all.
This is the local global function. The functional we have to input the real y, and then we have to input the integer b in integer p1, input integer p2, and then we have output real g. The algorithm is here for 1 in L, B loop for J in 1 B loop, etc., etc. And then And then that's all for the local global function. Then the stiffness matrices function. The function stiffness matrix, we have to input real A and real Y, and then we get the output of real X for, on 4.4. And then we get real float error equal to 10 to the power of negative 10. Protected final constant real P equal to 2. And then we can open it. We have to write the codes of point modelica.math.async to open it on Open Modelica, etc., etc. And then that's all from the matrix function. And then the last one and then Gauss-Jordan function. The Gauss-Jordan function is actually more easier than the other one and more simple. We have to put integer n, input real A for n point n, input the real B for n, the output is real X for n, and then the real float error is equal to 10 to the power of negative 10. The algorithm is equal to modelica math.matrix solve that so we can open it on Open Modelica, etc. And then that's all for the Gauss-Jordan function.
Okay, so for the conclusion is just like you all can see on the picture. It's showing a chart, a line chart, and the variables is x and x and etc. Next slide. And that is all from us. My apologies if there is any mistake. Thank you for watching.